What's up, Titans fans? Welcome back to another Titans update video. So today we're going to be talking about a lot. I think there's like over 35, 37 something images, promo images for the first 2 episodes of Titans, and some of these photos look absolutely badass. Now, I know some of you, despite the trailer, are still really big fans of this show, but some of you are still like, oh, I'm really not sure. If you've been following a few of my Titans videos, you'll know that I am still really looking forward to this show. Obviously, I am apprehensive to a degree, but these photos just still make me really hyped because, man, the suits and everything just look really good. Now, because there are so many images with this, I can't go over in detail in every single one, so I might just rush over a couple, but they all kind of blend into one another anyway. So let's get into this, guys. I'm so excited to talk about it. I'm so excited for you guys to see it if you haven't seen it already. But before I do go on to talk about it, be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with Titans and everything brand new with it, including reviews when it comes out in October. And be sure to like this video if you do go on to enjoy it. So out of all the episode 1 photos, obviously a lot of it is Dick Grayson meeting Raven, and what we know from the trailer is that is going to be quite a lot in the first episode, and we know that he takes her under his wing. We got that report from Splash Reports, I believe, which gave us quite a few details about the first episode, and now seeing all of these promo photos for it, some of it actually does line up pretty well, and I'll go over that in a second when we get to the Starfire stuff. But as for Raven, I think what we see in this photo here is that she's leaving home. What we do know is that obviously we have her unique and strange abilities to especially people like her mother. That must be pretty terrifying, and I don't think they're going to have the best relationship, let's just say. Now, in the details that we were given by Splash Reports, it says the following. We get to see more of her mother, Angela, an insomniac trying to manage taking care of a problematic childlike Raven. It's been difficult. Raven's powers are also given some spotlight early on, highlighting a deeply disturbed, almost demonic individual residing inside her. Rachel's neighbors are well aware of her strangeness, as are her classmates who are regularly bullying her. And judging from these photos, it looks like she might be leaving home or running away, because we do see her putting her hood up, walking with a bag that seems to be packed. I mean, you could just be arguing that she could be going to school, but we see another photo of her in a line to get some food. Now, this could, yet again, be anything, but it could be a place where she's literally going to get food, or places where they give out food to homeless people, because as we see in the trailer and in these promo photos, alongside Dick Grayson going to see her, we see that, you know, she seems to be staying, you know, somewhere on the streets or just in a place that isn't home, because, you know, think about being in Raven's position. She must be going out of her mind, and I guess being at home with her mother Angela, like the details we just heard, she doesn't really, you know, she might feel like she can't stay there. So all of these photos that you're seeing and you have seen on screen, I think are something along the lines of what I've said. We do also see Dick arrive at a scene where Raven's on the floor, like crying her eyes out, and there seems to be a couple of dead bodies nearby. Now, it's not really clear if Dick kills these people for Raven, or like who are trying to harm Raven, or if Raven, with the demonic abilities that she has, or like potentially have taken over her in that time, may have killed these people, and that is when he comes along and, you know, kind of takes her under her wing. And I can imagine this is when she gets in his car, like in the trailer, and then they're, you know, saying those lines. Alongside these photos, guys, as you can now see on the screen, we're getting some Dick Grayson flashbacks. Now, this isn't a surprise. I believe they said it in the Splash Reports report as well. And, you know, this is going to be a really tragic moment. Maybe we're going to see this just like what we saw in a trailer where Raven was, you know, seeing like these vision-like moments of, you know, the flying Graysons and the circus and stuff like that. So maybe it's going to be like that, or maybe it's going to be told through Dick Grayson kind of explaining it to her. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I think it's, as I said, going to be really sad. Who knows, we might get to see Bruce Wayne eventually get tied to this, because you know, the rumors are that we are getting a form of Bruce and a Batman's shadow. Who knows what's really going on there. And also possibly the Batcave is heavily rumored as well. Now, as for the actual Robin photos, they look absolutely freaking spectacular. Now, you probably do recognize this scene. This is from the scene in the trailer where he's in the alleyway, he jumps down, and he's like, "Fuck Batman," which obviously caused a lot of controversy amongst the fandom. A lot of people also thought he killed these people, but he didn't. It does look like it when you just first see it. But no, he just, you know, breaks the guy's jaw. He blinds, you know, uses the gunshots for distractions, so on and so forth. He just beats them to a pulp. And, you know, this is why he doesn't really want to be who he is anymore, because this is kind of what Batman has made him. But I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this now. But either way, so cool looking. We've got more photos to go over this in the Hawk and Dove episode photos, which we'll get onto in just a moment. But man, these look absolutely, I know I keep saying the same thing, but they just look so freaking damn good. Now, as for Starfire, it kind of goes with what SplashReport.com said about her. They said, when we first meet her, Starfire is smack in the middle of a car crash. Her driver is embedded in the bloodied windshield, and armed men are chasing her for a reason unknown to us. Now, however, what we see here is they've got the right thing about the car crash. Now, whether this was taken out or they just made it up, which would be a very lucky guess, I don't know, or maybe they just got some inside details, but there is no driver embedded, sorry, why am I saying in the windshield? So I don't know what to make of that. Because, you know, it's very clearly going against what SplashReports.com said there. But however, they got the crash exactly right. It does seem exactly where she might be starting out in the first episode. And it could be so very well true that she's running away from guys, because in this photo that you're seeing on screen now of her, like, behind this tree, it does seem like she's trying to be cautious, checking something in the distance, maybe somebody who's pursuing her. So who knows? I'm thinking maybe Splash Reports, I'm not saying that they're wrong or making it up, but it does seem that potentially they might have just got told a lot of inside info, but might not have got it 100% accurate. But however, they are getting it 95% accurate here. We do actually see Starfire touching this guy's wrist, and I believe in this moment, for a second I thought maybe she was disarming him, but the way she's holding him, I can imagine they're going to add effects onto that, and it, you know, engulfs him in her powers or something like that. Whereas for where she is, maybe it's her house in the woods or somewhere she ends up. But there's another interesting photo as well, where it seems that she's got a photo of Raven and somebody who looks like he's freaking burnt to a pulp. So this is kind of confusing for me. But essentially, with what SplashReports.com said as well, the journey that she kind of goes on from the car crash eventually leads to her. Now that is the main gist of the episode 1 photo. So let's go straight to episode 2. Hawk and Dove. Now, as we know with the title of this episode, it will obviously be quite a backstory for Hawk and Dove. Now, in this photo here, what we see is this body that this guy seems to be holding up in the morgue, and I believe that is a tattoo of a hawk on this guy's back. Now, what we do know is that we're getting the original Dove, I believe, in the show, who isn't Mink and Kelly's Dove, but I can't remember the name of the guy for the life of me right now. But the original Dove, who obviously passed away for whatever reason, but which then led to Minky Kelly's Dove, well, becoming Dove. So interestingly, I have no idea actually what is going on here, who he is, and what could be going on. So I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below there. But talking of Hawk and Dove, we get a cool couple of shots of the couple themselves, and it looks like Hawk is actually holding, I don't know if that, I think that is a dove, and then we see obviously Dove there getting excited by a dove. But really, the interesting part of this photo here is that it does seem that this is the exact same place where we see Dove get absolutely flying through the air because of this guy. And whoever these antagonists are, they obviously seem to be the antagonists, at least for Hawk and Dove. I think they might be pursuing the Titans, or they might be chasing Hawk and Dove around in present day as well. Now, these characters, whoever they are seriously creepy. Like the mother figure here, at least, seems to be holding these injections. I do not know exactly why, but these are definitely the characters on top of that rooftop who seems to be taking out Hawk by bashing him over the head, and as I mentioned, sending Dove flying. It could be that rescue scene where we see Dove rescuing Hawk in the trailer where he's all tied up. Could be set after this moment on the rooftop where Hawk gets captured, so we're gonna have to wait and see there. But in other photos of episode 2, we do see Dove in present day talking to Dick and Raven. So who knows, the rescue mission could also be in present day, going to save Hawk, and this could lead on to the photos we see, the kick-ass photos that is, of Dick Grayson and Hawk fighting these guys. So I can't wait for that. These shots look absolutely amazing. I just love Robin's armor so much, and Hawk's. I mean, to be honest, Titans seem to have done an amazing job on the production of the design and stuff like that. I don't really know else what to say more than that. They have, amongst Robin's costume, Hawk and Dove's costumes, especially with the feathers and the way they seem to be working in these stills, look just absolutely fantastic. I just think it's going to be really, really cool action. Despite what you think from the trailer, at least the action seems like it's going to be absolutely incredible. We also get a photo of Hawk and Dove with Dick Grayson and Raven. So I think that this could be Hawk and Dove's apartment. Who knows? It does seem kind of likely. We see some beer on the table there, probably Hawks. But it could just be like a place where they're kind of congregating together now, and soon after this, the Titans will start forming, and I feel like Hawk and Dove are evidently going to be like the parental figures of the superheroes, that is. So yeah, guys, I think that is the main gist of these photos. As I said earlier, I couldn't go over every single one in mega detail, but they're kind of more complimentary kind of teasers in a way. This definitely teased me for it. It does look good. Even though we got those posters a little while back with those weird kind of green filters over it, I'm glad they didn't do anything like that with these stills. These are purely just stills from episode 1 and episode 2, and it's just, it seems so great. So I'm really excited for this. Obviously, we have to wait till we see the show to fully judge, but for now, they're not really giving me any reasons to go crazy about it. I know there's going to be some guys out there who comment about the Starfire photos that we went over in this video. Personally, I think it's a big over-exaggeration. I did get some of the honest criticisms, but as for the other ones that go way too far, I think that's just stupid, really, absolutely stupid. And apparently also for those who are just genuinely not liking the look in terms of like how she could just look better in a different costume and stuff like that, maybe a bit more comic book accurate, that could be very welcoming in terms of apparently that this isn't her final look. But anyway, guys, be sure to let me know all your thoughts on all of these photos. There is like 40 of them, so I guess pick your favorite ones and let me know down in the comments section. Other than that, like this video if you did enjoy it, and be sure to subscribe for more updates on Titans just like this. Not too far away now, literally October 12th, so it's just going to be right around the corner. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.